current integrity of the stock market?
So, man, the whole craze about GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, it kind of, makes me look sideways at what's going on with some of the, the SEC rules, some of the regulations with the hedge funds and shorting all of these stocks and the short squeeze, as they're calling it. Your boy, Young Equity Devin, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button right now for me. I feel like a lot of people right now, a lot of hedge funds are taking out a lot of their positions on some of these plays like Apple, Plug Power, or even Tesla,
Yes.
and that's what has drove the market down. So we're at a semi crash right now because a lot of people are focusing on what's happening with all these other plays, and it's companies that don't really have a great platform, don't really have a great business model, and they were actually on the way out. So that's the kind of funny thing about it. They're trying to revive AMC. Well, who goes to the movies right now? No one, right? They don't even have, at this point, I have no clue, but I don't think they have a platform like Netflix where you can actually stream on AMC. Do you know if they have?
They don't.
They don't. So for AMC to even rise from $4 to even 20 is insane. BlackBerry was a phone that I used back in the day. Everybody had a BlackBerry. No one uses BlackBerry anymore. It's not Apple. So, I feel like the integrity of the market is it's on the downward slope as of today, but you could get in with some of these plays at a discount, as we've mentioned before. I think that what happened over this past week made me kind of throw away some of the things that I've learned, some of my fundamentals, some of my basic, information that I've learned from grad school and all of those things. And I did not like that. I did not like that. And I feel like we need to go back to the basics and back to the fundamentals. I do love what happened. I do love that they're trying to short squeeze GameStop and come together as a collective. I do love that, but I also love what's going on with the stock market and what it's been able to do for hundreds of years, at least over 100 years. So let's go back to the fundamentals. After all this craze is over, let's go back to the Apples. Let's go back to the Googles. Let's go back to the Microsofts and let's make some money.
My overall opinion of it is this. Whenever they started blocking the purchasing and the selling of these securities, my initial response was I was sick to my stomach. I was like, I don't know how I feel about investing anymore. I looked at all these platforms that were blocking and restricting trading. I was like, there's really no safe place to go. Right. I felt betrayed. I felt like the great Julius Caesar, but then I snapped out of it. I said, this is the time to invest. When people are afraid, when you're getting big discounts on the place that you may have always wanted, the time is now. Tesla's under $800. This might be the time to buy. So I'm going to wait and see on a lot, but I bought during this dip. I bought Corsair. I bought, Norwegian Cruise Lines. I bought some stocks at a discount, and I'm just like, yes, now it's time to wait and see what happens next. Because this is how people become rich. This is similar to the crash in March. Remember March last year, people thought because of the illness that the stock market was going to magically go away and all these companies going to disappear in thin air. And it didn't. And it roared and created millionaires. Heck, probably some billionaires as well. Yeah. And I think Tyler Perry benefited from this and became a billionaire. So the time to invest is now. Get over it. Look yourself in the mirror. Pick yourself up by the britches and say, hey, this is time for me to invest and get greedy. When people get scared, you get greedy.
No, I definitely feel that, man. Back to your point about what happened over the week, I just feel like like I said, I think it's cool that everybody kind of got together and they want to defeat the hedge funds, and that's great. I definitely think that we should hop back into the market if you haven't been in the market. I think it's at a great discount, like you said. I think that you kind of have to look at everything sideways now, because what's happening, they're turning, a lot of people are turning this into a casino, and it's really not meant for gambling. The stock market is meant for substantial growth over time, long-term investments. So, hop into your ETFs. Go back to your principles. Look at what you were doing before you tried to get involved with, some of these gambling plays. I just think that it's a free market right now, and we have, infiltrated what people have been doing for over, a decade. And I think it was a great, a wake up call for a lot of hedge funds. And I like it. I love it. Let's just get back to the basics.
Yeah, and also, I don't know this to be true, but something I anticipate is if the hedge funds dedicate less money to shorting stocks, maybe they'll dedicate more money into stocks and companies they actually believe in. Where if you're in a good company right now, once all this blows over, you could actually see a spike in secure, steady, stable companies.
Right. Instead of trying to, short these businesses out of business and make them go into bankruptcy,
Yeah.
maybe we can revive them. Kind of like what other people are doing on WSB.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. We'll be all right.
Yeah, man. Overall, man, don't worry. If you don't like your trading platform, I get that. Go to another one. Again, WEBULL or Fidelity is all I can recommend to you. And hey, you get in there and you invest and get ready to make some money, man. It's still January in 2021. There's a lot more money to be made in 2021.
That's right.
Don't be afraid. Get greedy.
Just remember, you don't own these platforms. People own those platforms. So be careful. Find one that you like. You don't own it. Just like you don't own Instagram either. Seriously.
Yes, sir.